Hello. So, this is gender pay gap unfair. I try to talk rational, but combine it with the kind of acting. I studied acting, but I don't use really anything what I learned at my drama school. And I think regardless of what you think of me as an actor, you can see that I use really, if I act, you can see that I use really nothing of what I learned at my drama school and of what you can learn at drama schools perhaps. So, this talk, gender pay gap unfair. It's really strange that there are rational discussions in the Bundestag, or what it is called, about the gender pay gap. Yeah, that people talk. We have to go on with our fight. Women, I don't know the numbers right now, but women are. I haven't looked it up, but women get 80% for the work that men, for exactly the same work that men do. Women who work in a job and do exactly the same in this job as a man earn 80% of the man who does exactly the same job. I don't know if the numbers are right, but everyone knows the gender pay gap. So people talk really rational about the gender pay gap. I think there's something wrong with these people. Yeah. How can you talk rational about the gender pay gap? Me personally, to use a few words Axl Rose uses live at the Ritz in 1987. Me personally, I think you have a mental problem, man. And I don't mean it in a left way. Yeah, I'm not a psychology student with a Bavarian knödel on his head. I'm not left at all. I mean it really serious. I think you have a mental problem if you talk rational about the gender pay gap. Do you have a problem, or what is the problem? What is the gender pay gap? Next topic, everybody could be rich anyway. This is obvious, regardless of the gender pay gap. When I was on the way to this place here, it came to my mind that Paul McCartney, talking about the song Helter Skelter from the Beatles, he was asked if this is the first real metal song or something like that, and he answered, I would quote that. I thought this is funny because quote means translated, what everybody knows, zitieren or citat. Yeah, but he used it, and the term was, ich würde das bestätigen. So he used quote for the translation for what is in German the word bestätigen. This is funny because I have the impression that something changes also with the words and what they mean. Yeah, perhaps some you can look it up, this interview on YouTube. Paul McCartney talking about Helter Skelter and saying to a question, I would quote that, meaning ich würde das bestätigen. So it's interesting. It's interesting because I have no time machine. Nobody has a time machine. But I think sometimes if I talk, for example, about that you don't have to eat at all, and this is really true. I don't want to go in details now. You don't have to eat at all if you have enough sheker in your blood. This is really true. But if this is true, it would have been somehow this way in the past, I think. I'm well known as a crazy liar or something like that. But if it is true that you don't have to eat, and this is really important because everyone is restricted and limited, and mainly because of eating. Yeah, and but if you don't have to eat, what is true? It must have been this way in the past. But I don't think you can look something like that up in a history book. So this is really interesting, and I would combine that with this. I would quote that an answer to a question about the song Helter Skelter that everybody knows, I think, and using the word quote for what is in Germany the word bestätigen and not zitieren or Zitat. I have to keep an eye on the time because of the 10-minute only rule on Instagram. Paul McCartney. Of course I don't know Paul McCartney, yeah? But you can't die of too much luck. It's very important, because I don't think I will ever meet him, but if I would meet Paul McCartney, I wouldn't die, because you can't die of too much luck. It's a ridiculous lie. Yeah, but some really insane people use this lie for everything has to be middle. Everything has to be middle, no extremes, because too lucky you die if you're too lucky. This is such a ridiculous lie nobody believes in. Yeah? But it's important because some people use this ridiculous lie. You can die of too much luck. Yeah? If people wouldn't be restricted to combine that, they wouldn't be full of sexual. I'm addicted to sexuality. Yeah? I'm sex fan, but they wouldn't be only sexual power and really have no brain and wouldn't be able to write one sentence or to cross the street. They would be a bit like it is a bit described in 1001 Night in the Arabic culture, to say it in a bit not so good way, combination of clear in the ratio, deep feelings and deep sexuality and deep power. I think this is important, and this is important because girls, I have to keep an eye on the time, girls have very many problems in this world. Everyone knows that. I have the heart of a girl, but this is not so important. Girls really have many problems, especially everyone knows that in the Arabic world. But I have the impression, and I want to mention really the IS Islamic State in this case. Girls have really much problem in these states. It's my opinion, but I think it's obvious. Perhaps because of a company from Bavaria. Yeah, what could that be? Yeah. It's combined with religion, all these problems, especially girls of course have. Which company could that be that make problems in the Arabic world for girls, combined with religion? I don't know, perhaps it's something what is really associated with Bavaria. It could be, yeah. So I don't know if these people are so much welcome in Reisebüros in the Arabic states. Could be. I have to keep an eye on the time. So to finish the first half, if someone, I think of Paul McCartney somehow here, is a genius in music, but also good in physics and chemics academically, and perhaps a good sportsman, it seems to me it's not allowed. You have to decide for one of these things. And it's very important because I'm obsessed with girls, and girls can do everything. And perhaps because of this, girls have these problems. Because yeah, it's true, girls can do everything. Girls are magic, and perhaps because of this, girls have problems because girls are good in everything. And romantic is the sense of life, but beside that, it's true. Romantic is also true, but it's true. And because of this, girls have so much problems because they can do everything, and it's true.